Tonight, Spokane City Council voted on ordinances they hope will make downtown safer.
The goal is to have an effect on illegal crimes.
How these new pilot programs will impact when you can buy alcohol and access Narcan for free. Plus, the man accused of killing a 13-year-old in Hillyard last week faced a Spokane judge for the first time today. The latest details tonight.
Snow started to move into our region this evening, and we're not done with it as we head into the rest of our week. More in your full forecast.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Amanda Rowley. Mark is off tonight. Well, tonight we are calling for a weather impact alert as we are tracking snow coming into the region starting tomorrow morning. In fact, we've already seen a little bit of it come through on the South Hill of Spokane. So let's turn over to meteorologist Cody Proctor. Cody, how much snow are we talking here?
Depending where you're at, Amanda, it could be an inch, it could be a couple inches up in some of our areas, though, and particularly in parts of the panhandle of Idaho, could be even more. As we take a look at our weather impact, tomorrow could particularly be a very snowy day. Some of that heaviest snowfall looking to be in our southeastern area. So keeping a close eye on that right now at this time and continuing to update some of our graphics as we head into our newscast tonight. Right now, as we take a look outside, we're at 27 degrees over at the Spokane airport. Winds coming out the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. As you can see, we got that snow icon right there. And earlier when I was taking a look at that camera, I was seeing some snow come down in Coeur d'Alene, so watching that pretty closely, especially coming into work this evening for our late shows. Certainly had that dusting of snow coming down. Another thing we're also keeping an eye on is our current temperatures around our region. We're mostly into those 20s. Omak is down into the teens at 18 degrees, 19 for Libby, 25 in Coeur d'Alene. 30 right now for you, Ritzville. By the way, our visibility, if you need to go anywhere tonight, is starting to drop down. I've been watching that closely, and since I've come in this evening, we're down to less than a mile and a half already. So just be safe out there. If you do have to do any late night driving, as we head into tomorrow morning as well. As you can see, the last few hours, that snow has crept into our region, coming out of the southwest right there into our area, slowly moving into our region. We're looking to see that some watches and warnings, by the way, as we head into tomorrow and into Wednesday, particularly for that panhandle of Idaho. Hour by hour, that snow looking to stay with us tomorrow morning. The next 3 days, you can see we've got chances of snow all the way into Thursday. More is coming up in your full forecast.
All right, thank you, Cody. And with snow expected tomorrow, Idaho Transportation Department is reminding drivers to give snowplows that extra room. Just this morning, a car hit a snowplow on Highway 55 in southern Idaho. ITD says the driver tried to pass the plow on the right, lost control, and hit the plow. ITD says this is the 5th time this year a car has hit a snowplow. And you can track the latest weather conditions and updates right now on our streaming platform. Get news and weather on your time. KREM 2 Plus is free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Well, the man accused of shooting and killing a teen inside a Hillyard home faced a Spokane judge for the first time today. Police arrested Glenn Berkey last week in Montana. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy was in court for today's hearing.
Glenn Dylan Berkey appeared before a Spokane County judge. The prosecution asked that the $3 million bond against Berkey remain the same as he remains in Spokane County Jail.
25-year-old Glenn Dylan Berkey faces 3 felony charges, including second-degree murder relating to the killing of 13-year-old Gavin Looper. Looper's family sat in on the appearance. The shooting happened in the Hillyard neighborhood early in the morning on January 25th. Detectives say evidence shows Berkey allegedly shot 5 times into the back door of the home Looper was visiting. Looper was at a friend's home on Heroy Avenue. KREM 2 spoke with a witness to the shooting who says Berkey was familiar with the neighborhood.
Which created a substantial risk of death or serious physical injury to GBL.
Judge Jenny Zappone read the charges to Berkey on Monday. Berkey first appeared in Missoula County Court last week as a fugitive from justice. It was there when a judge said Berkey was wanted by the Washington Department of Corrections for running from police after the shooting. Berkey waived his extradition, meaning that within a day he was taken and booked into Spokane County Jail on a $3 million bond. Judge Spokane listed the conditions Berkey must comply with if the bond amount is met.
Must not have any contact with any witness listed in the probable cause affidavit, and no use or no possession of any firearms or dangerous weapons.
Now, a bond amount for Berkey is still set at $3 million. We're still working to try to find out when his next court appearance will be. We'll continue following the story as we learn more information. In Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Spokane City Council unanimously passed 2 ordinances tonight that restrict the sale of alcohol and require the sale of Narcan. Mayor Lisa Brown's administration proposed both pilot programs to establish a community health impact area in downtown Spokane. One ordinance targets the sale of single container alcohol. The city is now banning the sale of single serve containers from midnight to 6 a.m. The second ordinance mandates smoke shops in the downtown district to distribute Narcan for free. The new rules affect businesses like convenience stores, but not bars. Councilmember Michael Cathcart voted in favor of both ordinances despite his objections to what they require all local businesses.
I don't like the idea of putting mandates on business, but we are out of options. We have to do, I think, whatever we can do, and this is at least a tool that we can deploy right now to try to improve the situation.
The ordinances apply to the Spokane downtown district, highlighted there in orange. These pilot programs will last for 6 months. After that, the city and mayor's office will analyze their overall impact to the downtown district. Also new tonight, today, Spokane County Commissioners unanimously appointed Mike Voles as the county treasurer. Congressman Michael Baumgartner previously held the position. The appointment means Voles now holds the county position while also serving as a state representative. And now to Nightbeat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Today, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office released information about a 2-year-old who overdosed over the weekend. It happened at a hotel along North Argonne in North Spokane. The Sheriff's Office says when they arrived, they found a man and woman with a lifeless child in their arms. Deputies say the room was littered with drug paraphernalia. The 24-year-old woman told deputies she was sleeping and woke up to the child holding a spoon. Deputies say she admitted to using that spoon to ingest fentanyl. The toddler was rushed to the hospital and at last report was in stable condition. Law enforcement booked both the man and woman on a variety of charges, including felony endangerment. A mom and 2 children escaped a house fire in North Spokane near Audubon Elementary. Today, authorities on scene say the mom was taken to the hospital and the kids will be with family. No word on the extent of the injuries to the mom. The fire crews got the fire under control in about 10 minutes. Fire officials have not released the cause of the fire just yet. And a bomb scare in Cheney's Sutton Park today. A suspicious package was reported, prompting a response from Cheney police and the bomb squad. Eventually, investigators determined the item was a large confetti popper with no label, one often used in gender reveal celebrations. And that was your Nightbeat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. And happening tomorrow, Idaho Governor Brad Little is expected to visit Coeur d'Alene. He's delivering a speech to the regional chamber about his vision and priorities for the state. The regional chamber board chair and the legislative director of the Coeur d'Alene tribe says he's looking forward to the keynote speech. The event is scheduled for tomorrow morning at the Coeur d'Alene Resort. After the luncheon, Governor Little will also declare the day Laryngeal Cleft Awareness Day in Idaho. And a heads up for some Spokane residents, there is a special election next week. On February 11th, the proposition for the Freeman School District and the Rosalia Park District are on the ballot. Proposition 1 is a levy for the Freeman School District. It would assess $1.20 for every $1,000 of property value for the 2026 and 2027 year. That money would pay for school safety, security, and technology upgrades. The second measure applies to those in the Rosalia Park and Recreation District. It would impose a special tax of 53 cents per $1,000 of property value. The tax would collect $93,000 to operate and maintain the Rosalia Park and swimming pool. Once again, that election is on February 11th. And that was KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But don't go to bed just yet. A pause on the tariffs for our northern and southern neighbors. The latest information coming up tonight. Plus, protests across the country today in solidarity with immigrants. We hear from an Idaho organization about their goal. We'll be back in just 90 seconds.